forgive the shitty setup. I'm streaming from my computer, which is a very bad webcam. And I'm going to attempt to angle it up by balancing it on top. Please open up. Bro. So I'm gonna be streaming something that I'm playing on my iPad. And I'm gonna be balancing the computer. There we fucking go. On top of the box that the iPad shipped in that I have not used for it ever. Okay. Okay, thank the Lord. Okay. Okay. Hello. It's in frame enough. It's fucking backwards, apparently, but that's fine. That'll do. Hello, send a message in the... If the chat function is working on the stream, just send, oh, hello. You have already sent a message. Hello. Hi. So you are probably the only person that I'm currently expecting to be watching this. Yes. I would if I had games. My hair is so long, yes. So since I do not have a computer that is very good, this is what I am doing. I should turn the screen brightness down because that shit is glared as fuck. Never mind. That's even worse. Who else can we get in here? I don't know. If you want some other people to watch, then fucking send it to someone, I guess. Jesus, my webcam is terrible. Yeah, so, fun fact. So I didn't go into fully explaining this, even while I was setting it up when you weren't here, and therefore nobody was here. But I am streaming from my computer. It is currently balanced at about a 30-degree angle on top of the box that this iPad came in. And I'm sitting on the couch. So it is on an iPad box on the couch, and that is the condition from which I'm streaming. So, can you see anything that is actually happening in the game? Okay. Yeah, from my perspective, the visual clarity isn't great, but it's good enough. So, yes. So, I am basically at like end game level, um, just kind of fucking around. I don't even intend to play this particular character for much longer. Um, what I intend to do is probably start a new playthrough soon enough. Um, but what I'm doing right now is I'm going to do the endgame event, the Celestial Invasion. Again, I'm going to try to kill the asshole of a final boss that this game has. Again. And I've successfully killed the final boss once. I've done it once. Um, so since there's no convenient way that I have to just directly go to where I want to oh my god, I'm a dumbass. I'm already literally halfway through the event, and I forgot. I forgore. Um, so that's how my day go. Um, so have you ever had a dream that you you had you would you want you would you do you would you want you could do eh, you you would you want the you want them to do you so much you could do anything? I yoink it, then the splur go off. Yeah, so basically Terraria is a game that is playable on digital devices. Um, the game end event is kind of frustrating because it involves 6 bosses, all of which are very unusual. The last one is like a typical video game final boss. He's like a fuck off huge Cthulhu looking motherfucker. Apparently in canon they consider him to be Cthulhu's cousin because they had enough bosses named after like various body parts of Cthulhu that they were like, we're gonna have to do something with that fucking idea. So they made this. The final boss is named Moonlord, and he's unpleasant. He's deeply unpleasant. Um, the first boss is the smallest one in the game. Um, the first boss in this event is the smallest one in the game. He's just like player sized, but he also is an asshole. Um, but once you have the weapon that I'm using, which is called the Solar Eruption, it is actually only able to be made as a result of having gone at least partway through this event that I'm doing. You're only able to get it from drops from one of those 4 intermediate bosses that are very unusual. What I'm currently doing is basically the fight with one of those 4 bosses. Now, said boss is that ugly ass pillar thing in the middle of the screen. Uh, this one is the Nebula Pillar, and they themselves don't actually have really any attacks. At least the Nebula Pillar doesn't. The Solar Pillar has like projectiles, and the Stardust Pillar just summons more enemies. Basically, the threat they actually pose is in the fact that when you get close enough to them, like within like 300 blocks, you're basically in their zone of control. Enemies specific to them start spawning fucking everywhere, and the pillar is for a time invincible. There's a shield around it, and you can only destroy the shield by killing a certain number of enemies. of those specific enemies that are specific to the pillar. And the enemies themselves are not very friendly either. But you gotta get through those in order to get to the pillar, and you gotta get through the pillar in order to get their unique drops and to the final boss. So that is the stage in this particular run that I'm currently at. I've done like I think like 7 of these so far. Let me just check the fight. Sorry, was checking chat. Yeah, so there are 4, they're collectively called the Celestial Pillars. There are 4 Celestial Pillars. I have successfully just killed the 3rd out of the 4. That you don't actually have to do them in any particular order. They all appear in the world at the same time. You just have to get through all of them at some point. And yeah, as in regards to being able to fly, there are wings in Terraria. There's actually like wings is like a category of items. They're an accessory type item, and there's various ones that they get better as you advance through the game. And what I'm actually using is I do have wings equipped, but what I'm using in order for mobility is not the wings. It's the Cosmic Car Key, which is a drop from a relatively late game invasion / event boss. Fun fact, this video game doesn't take place on Earth, but canonically Mars exists because one of the late game events is Martian invasion. So you got to question, how far away did those motherfuckers have to come from in order to get here? That's what I'm wondering. The solar pillar is really fucking annoying. It's generally considered to be one of ranking lists don't exactly exist because there's only 4 celestial pillars, so like ranking them from top to bottom in terms of difficulty would be kind of pointless. But solar pillar is generally one of the biggest nuisances out of the 4 because the enemies hit super hard, and there is this particular enemy, one of which spawns at any given time, called a crawltipede. That's the thing that is currently flying through the top of the screen that I just killed one of, and just flew up from the bottom of the screen that I just attempted and failed to kill again. If you get too far off the ground, which is a viable strategy to not be susceptible to the attacks of the other enemies, the crawltipede drops in and just absolutely fucking like annihilates you. Like the crawltipede it has way higher damage than any of the other enemies. It is way harder to avoid, and it is way harder to hit. Because you can only hit its final. It's a worm type enemy, and you can only hit its final segment, which is greatly unpleasant. My weapon is like a stretchy arm. I hate that you're right. It kind of is. It's like I don't actually know what to like call what it actually is. It's like a chain fucking thing. It's like a chain thing that extends. I'm glad there's only you watching here because I'm doing a terrible job narrating what is happening right now, especially since I'm explaining the game to someone who doesn't know about the game that I'm playing. I think you told me once that you'd played it for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, like once. And that was it. Which, yeah, fair. Anyways, I couldn't start the stream without putting in a title, so the reason that I put in specifically the title Terraria and whatever is because I might just suddenly switch games, probably to Demo out of all games, because those are like the only 2 apps, period that I use on this fucking device. I don't use it to take pictures. I don't use it for the calendar function. I like let it sit dormant for months, for like, yeah, for months up until like 1 month ago, because I had no desire to actually play any of the games that I had on it, until I downloaded Demo 2, and everything changed because now I play that game literally every day. But yeah, it's Terraria and whatever, because I might dive into the whatever. But yeah, what I'm currently doing is this bullshit. I should further specify part of my motive for playing this. First of all, just because, you know, completing a video game from beginning to end, even if it's a relatively open world game, is fun. And I've done it once and it got boring. Well, it doesn't necessarily get boring, but I got bored with what I was doing with the completely end game, completely like fucking maxed out, has every fucking item you can think of, basically invincible character that I had, and I was like, I just want to fucking start from the beginning again with different characters, so that's what I did. So I'm currently on my second like character. I'm trying to get a solar flare armor, which is for my uses, it's the best armor in the game. It's kind of tailored to melee class players. And I am definitively a melee class player, not even because I have bad aim, because at a certain point you have to have good aim to use the melee weapons because they have projectiles, and otherwise you're just like, well, I mean, you don't have to use the projectiles. No, pretty much no melee weapon in the game is exclusively a projectile, except like spear type weapons, and those are there aren't that many of those, but like, it's not even because I have bad aim. It's just having to control how much ammunition I have makes my OCD act up so fucking badly that I just can't, like, I can't even bother. I can't even bother, you know? So I'm trying to make the solar flare armor. I'm trying to just say fuck you to Moonlord because I hate him. I hate him in his tentacly fucking face. I hate him in his fucking exposed rib cage and brain. Him and his goddamn hands with eye mouths in them. I hate his no guts because the aforementioned exposed rib cage and literally nothing below that. And also because I want there's pretty much undebatably the best weapon in the game, is called the Zenith. It is a sword, kinda. It doesn't actually swing, and it doesn't actually physically come from the character. It is actually an extremely like unreasonably fast series of projectiles that are shot out from where the character is, in an elliptical pattern. They move like said projectiles move like comically fast. Like the first time I watched it, obviously I'm playing on the iPad, and mobile versions of the game for a long time have updated much later than the PC version. But the first time I saw an animation of what the Zenith looks like when actually used, it looked like a literal joke. Like it didn't even look like a mod that has overpowered type shit, like I don't know, a Calamity mod or some other. The only mod that I really know of is Calamity. It didn't look like a mod. It looked like literally a joke about how bizarre Terraria weapons get. But it was on the wiki, and everyone seemed to agree that it was real. So either I was being psyoped, I was falling victim to some weird psyop that I couldn't see a motivation for, or this was a real thing. You have to beat the final boss at least twice to get it, because you have to get 2 particular weapon drops from the final boss that cannot occur together. And I have already beat the final boss exactly once, and I did not get either of those, so I have to do it at least twice more. It's definitely not going to be just twice. I can guarantee you that. You want to know what I fucking hate? I start a lot of sentences with that because I fucking hate a lot of things and I just like complaining for comedic effect. But you want to know what I fucking hate right now? I fucking hate when the thinner eminence of my hand like comes down on the screen the lower right corner of the screen, because that is where the pause button is. Woohoo! So I constantly will accidentally pause the game, especially when my hand is pressed down, especially angled on the screen, aka the thing people do in the most intense moments of gameplay. Okay. Last pillar is dead. There is exactly 1 minute of wait before, after you kill the last pillar, between then and when Moonlord spawns. So now I'm just waiting for that. I don't really have much to do during this wait time except allow my health to heal back up. And sit here, you know? OCD got me acting up, weary emoji. Me too. So true. Here he is, the asshole to end all assholes. I generally zoom the screen out as far as is possible because, well, the boss himself is very large, as well as it's important to have a large visibility during the event preceding this boss fight. Now, I should note it is possible to summon this boss outside of the event in which he appears. He has a summon item, but it's expensive to craft. The only way you can make that item is through more other playthroughs of the event. And I don't have enough for that. And yeah, he's just big and he's got a lot of shit to track. He has 4 separate targets on his body, and you have to individually kill all of them. Oh, shit. All right, I'm not doing terribly so far. Maybe I am. I don't know. For but by my own consideration, I'm not doing terribly. Compared to my general record of how this usually goes, I'm not doing terribly. Apologies if I am not checking chat right now. You can presumably see why. Apologies if you're having the revelation of a lifetime and I am missing all of it. I will look at it in just a moment. You have to keep your mind on many separate things during. That's like a central thing about pretty much every video game's boss battles, but like that doesn't mean it's any less of one for this one. This game, in all contexts, has a wait time between when you can use health potions, which obviously I am having to use many times during this. So I have to keep my eye constantly on the potion sickness debuff, which is the thing that is that limit that doesn't allow you to do the fucking. I hate how many projectiles there are in this fucking fight. Okay, additional detailing on the difficulties of this particular fight. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. So I mentioned that Moonlord has 4 separate body targets, and you have to kill all of them separately. So 3 of those body targets are eyes. One of them is on his forehead, and one of them is, and the other 2 are on his hands. The 4th is a target that actually does not have any attacks. It is a heart that only becomes vulnerable when all 3 of the eyes have been killed. Now, here's the thing. The eyes don't just go away when you kill them. Whenever you kill one of the eyes, it is released from its socket and becomes a true Eye of Cthulhu, as opposed to Eye of Cthulhu, which is a boss from very early in the game. Now, the true eyes are invincible. They continue attacking you for the rest of the boss fight until Moonlord himself has been killed, and you just cannot get away from them. They constantly follow you around. They are wherever Moonlord is, and Moonlord is inescapable. He does not despawn. If you teleport away from him, he teleports to you. Oh, fucking hell. I lost control of the movement joystick thing. Woo! Yeah, so now you've got 3 true eyes chasing after you, and arguably the true eyes are, well, they're not necessarily more difficult to face off against than their previous form when embedded in Moonlord's body. But they are really fucking hard, and you have to use a different strategy for them because their mobility is less restricted. Their attacks take different forms, not disastrously different. They're similar enough, but different forms nonetheless. And you sometimes just can't tell where they are very well because as you can see by the way that Moonlord has been moving around the screen the whole time and the fact that the background has been changing, I have to constantly be moving during this boss battle. That's kind of a fundamental thing to fighting this asshole here. I might not make it out of this one. So anyways, 14 seconds, 14 seconds, 14 seconds, 14 seconds. I just need 14 more seconds and then I can heal 250 health. I need 250 health and I'm good. I'm fucking amazing at that point. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, 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 okay. So how's your weekend going? What the fuck was I talking about earlier? I forgot. Oh my god, I literally ran right into the path of that one. I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated. Oh, that was such a narrow dodge. That was such a narrow dodge. Oh, please, 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 please. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I did terribly there. Oh! He's dead. He's the only boss in the game with a death animation. Not an unusual aesthetic decision for the game. Thank you for your interjection, Dad. Woof. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, one of the things specifically encoded in the game is that no enemies can spawn while you are fighting Moonlord. In my opinion, a very reasonable decision. And so it's just like, apologies. It's just like so hilarious when you've just finished the thing and a fucking like low level enemy, an enemy that can spawn at the start of the game when no progression has been made. Yes, burpee. And then this like bird asshole just spawns out of nowhere like, I'm a threat now, aren't I? No, you're not. No, you're not. I wonder what swears you can get away with in chat. Probably a lot. damn, this boss looks very interesting. He's an asshole, and he does look very interesting, actually. Yes, his design is very impressive. I ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I'm not sure if you're talking about me and the fact that my legs are obscured from view, or Moonlord having nothing below the halfway down the abdomen, but you're so right. Talking about how the background keeps changing, although from my view I can't tell that much. Okay, correction, it wasn't actually the background, it was like the physical setting, because I was flying around all the time. Although from my view I can't tell that much. Also, you needed 14 more seconds to heal 250 health. I should also recontextualize that. One of the potions that I have, the health potion, heals 250 health. It does not take 14 seconds to heal 250 health, unless you have very good accessories equipped. So anyways, that boss battle was good. It went pretty well. I got one of the 2 weapons that I need to craft that particularly that one fuck off strong sword type thing. Okay. Okay, I have officially made the final armor set of the game. Yippee. I'm gonna throw away some shit. One thing that I really appreciate about this game is that the inventory layout, that just the regular inventory layout, has a trash bin section that just you can just throw away items in it. I appreciate that. They skip around the bullshit. I don't think I need Luminite anymore, or at least not right now. It's not Luminite. Okay, Celestial Sigil. That is the summon item that allows you to fight the asshole to end all assholes without having to fight all of his asshole predecessors / minions or whatever. So I just got through that entire thing, and my stupid ass is like, let's go again. Alright, yeah. I think that's all I need. Fuck off, slime. Have any commentary? Or is this boring? I could definitely see this being really boring. Okay, additional fun fact. Additional factlet. So when you kill the 4th Celestial Pillar, which is the thing that triggers Moonlord to spawn, there is a 1-minute wait, and the start of the 1-minute wait is heralded by the chat message, "Impending doom approaches," which is pretty fitting. Here's the thing, though. When you use the summon item that summons Moonlord, you still have to wait a full minute. I don't know why they made it like that. Like, I don't know why that's how they programmed the game. It just is. So that's the... I fucked myself there. So, Okay. Why did I use a health potion there? The health potion had more health value than I needed. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not going to argue technicalities with myself. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so since I have better armor now, that is almost certainly going to make a difference. Apologies. I make noises when I'm stressed out, and I think you can understand why this stresses me out. Noises like that. Oh, you gotta. Oh! I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. Like, that was so narrow. That I avoided that so narrowly. Oh, you want to know? You want to know what else is fucking annoying? So I mentioned that when you kill the eyes, they exit their sockets. The sockets that are left behind, when you touch them, they damage you. Not a lot, but they do, and that's annoying. I'm actually doing very well so far. The fact that I have new armor has aided me indubitably. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off with that shit. You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm gonna kill you. Give me $200. All 3 true eyes have been released. I'm now attacking the core slash heart slash whatever final thing I can attack. I think I'm doing okay. I might be wrong and an idiot, though. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Okay, I'm stressing out a little more than I probably need to. He's like almost dead. So, yeah, okay, I was right. So, okay. So that's cool. Now, I don't appreciate that I'm going to have to fight him again, but that's just how the pussy pops, you know? Burpee, 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 lol, I don't know what to add. I'm surprised you're fighting him again so soon. Yo, the island boys are so inspiring, they make me want to join the military. Big time yikes. Words of wisdom. Uh yeah, I'm fighting him again so soon because I need shit from him. And you know, the Moon Lord is just like a human. When you need shit from him, you can reliably get it by beating it out of him. So, you know? The buff that I got from a food item that I could do that first fight has not worn off because evidently I did the fight quickly enough, which is always nice. I always prefer that to spending 1 hour fighting the boss. I saw this one video of this insane motherfucker somewhere on YouTube who fought this boss, the Moon Lord, or Moonlord, not the Moonlord. This boss, the final boss of the game, with no armor, no accessories, a wooden platform setup, and a wooden sword, which is such a bad weapon that it's literally not. It's okay. So, additional context about this game: when you create a new character, you start out with an iron sword, iron pick, and iron axe. The you literally start out with that equipment. The wooden sword is smaller and does less damage than literally the one that they just give you when you make a character. That's how like shitty that weapon is. And this motherfucker chose to just, obviously having lots of experience because they were able to make a world where the requirements were fulfilled that you could fight the Moonlord. You can't just summon the final boss in any old world. You have to do certain things in that particular world first. This motherfucker, I think the boss fight lasted like an hour or two because they were fighting the final boss with like nothing. And they literally just said, I was bored and I wanted to show that anyone could do it. So, fucking yeah. Fucking yeah. And like, as you can see, this boss fight is full of projectiles. And keep in mind, if you die, the Moonlord just disappears. You cannot continue the fight if you have already died. So, oh, and by the way, if you don't have any armor and you only have 100 health, which is how every character starts the game, any single one of the Moonlord's attacks will kill you instantly. That is a guarantee. So, yeah, they didn't get hit once. Like, that is another guaranteed feature of the fight. They didn't get hit once. And they managed to do that much damage. If I were the Moonlord, if the Moonlord were a conscious entity that could like sense every single boss fight, I would just quit, you know? I would just give up. Because like the Moonlord is this eldritch being, this eldritch, incomprehensible being, getting killed by some pesky Terrarian with like nothing on them. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. Ah, shit. All right. True eye phase. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I actually am barely like, I'm like barely below full health. So I am actually doing pretty well. Yeah, see, like, I had to try this a shit ton of times, but that's just because I don't have the best weapons, yet. But I have fought this boss a ton of times with my first character, the one with whom I've like beaten the game, enough to make this motherfucker into like fried calamari. So I do know how to avoid the projectiles pretty well, if only for the fact that I hadn't fought him in a while as of when I did my first rounds of attempts. Landing pretty consistent damage. Okay. Rip in piss. Reminds me of how people beat Dark Souls by only using the broken sword hilt. Yeah. Also, this is another thing that you're not going to get as someone who doesn't play this game ever. But I'm going to try to explain. So, whenever you kill any enemy in the outer 2/3 of the map, so like near enough to the ocean biomes, any enemy that you kill is able to drop a pirate map, which is an item used to summon a certain like early hard mode event. Moonlord just dropped it, Like, that's something that regular enemies drop, but apparently it applies to any enemy. Because the fucking final boss just gave me one by dying. So, like, thanks, bestie. Thanks for that. Oh, by the way, another thing that happened during that boss battle. So there's one major like mechanic in the game is NPC merchants. They sell you things. Big whoop. There's also a traveling merchant NPC. So you killed him for the map. Gotcha. There's also a traveling merchant NPC who can arrive at a set time every day. It's random whether he will or won't, but once you're late game enough, it's likely that he will. Just because, ooh, money. I'm humanizing an NPC in a game, but you know what I mean. So he just arrived in the middle of the boss battle. I, of course, didn't remark on it because I was in the middle of a boss battle. I was kind of preoccupied. But I just think that is iconic. Staying on that grind or whatever. Okay, anyways, I didn't get the item that I needed, so time to do the entire event again. Oh, fun fact, this is a weapon that exists. It just fires a giant fuck-off beam. Like a giant fucking beam of light. That was actually intended originally to be the endgame weapon, like the most overpowered one that, like, there's nothing to surpass, but that was when the final boss was first introduced, and there have been numerous updates after that. I've had to significantly modify this area of the map for mobility's sake. This is that asshole human-sized boss that I was telling you about that starts the event. Killing this motherfucker for the first time is so much harder than it looks. Because he just looks like a loser. Like, he just looks... That's kind of a like bland insult that doesn't really hit, but like he just looks like a guy who thinks he's edgy. He's wearing a plague doctor mask and shit. Like, he just looks like a guy. He is not just a guy, is the thing. However, you can reduce him to just a guy if you have good enough items, which I thankfully do. So that is what I have done. Actually, I'm going to switch games like I said I might, because there might be tasks available in demo right now. I just realized I wanted to have the game audio on, and I didn't have the fucking game audio on. What am I, stupid? Yes, I am stupid. Okay, so some of the tasks in this game are really stupid. You can expect in-game, like, achievements and tasks to be stupid at least some of the time. One of them, there aren't that many separate tasks, like, they repeat a lot. One of them is just run for 10 seconds straight. That's one that I just got. Ooh, look, I get rewards for that one. Which I will do anything for the in-game rewards, no matter how, well, that sounds way more, like, I will do any minor stupid task. I don't have why would I have dignity as it pertains to this game? I'm playing as like a fucking 9-year-old anime girl or whatever. So like, who cares? But yeah, they're just very stupid. They're very stupid some of the time. Uh, I'm actually just gonna take this opportunity to like play some songs, play some songs, and let you watch. Good business dealing. I get some bullshit. You get nothing. Songs. I'm going to play some of the songs that tortured me. There are a fair amount of those. This is one of the shortest songs that I currently have unlocked in the game, and it's also the one that took me the longest to beat. So let's examine why that is. You will see. Arlo is being a big baby. Arlo is a big baby like 24 hours a day, isn't he? I will like never get over this one friend who I was talking to about this. I showed him a video that someone else had taken of them playing this same song, and he was astonished. And I followed it up with, "Does it make it better or worse that I play with my thumbs?" And he just responded, "How many thumbs do you have?" Okay, so I got like perfect hits up until just then when I got a slightly imperfect one. The technical classifications are charming for perfect hit, and there's no specific name for a non-perfect but still counts hit. Yeah, so I got like, I've been doing pretty well this time. Yeah, the ending always fucks me up for reasons that you can quite clearly see. Because the first time I played it, I said, "That's some bullshit." And the second time, and the third time, and up until the 10th time, I said, "That's some bullshit." And then the 11th time, I said, "That's bullshit, but I'm going to try anyway." And eventually I got 100% on the song, which was pretty good. I should also specify I've already gotten 100% on every song that I currently have unlocked, so there's no stake in what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing it because I can. Short song but intense to play, that is correct. Anyways, let's do this one. This one was also kind of difficult to get, but it was one of the earlier difficult ones. Like, it gets into the category of difficult song, but it's one of the easier out of that category. Okay. Screen visibility is not very good for this game, apparently, at least from what I can see, but it's fucking alright enough. If I can figure out some way to like record better, like a detached webcam, if I can get a webcam that like isn't literally physically embedded into my computer, that would be very convenient. But or some sort of capture card for the iPad. But honestly, I I don't consider myself to be at the end, the high competence end of the Dunning-Kruger chart as it pertains to technology, but I'm one of those who gets a stress response every time a printer makes a noise. So I've had some experience with technology. I'm not good at operating it, but I at least have experience. So like I know how hard it is to operate some of the most what should be some of the most straightforward shit, or at least is promoted as the most straightforward shit. So I'm not even sure if capture cards for iOS devices are a thing. And if they are, I don't know where I would get one. Well, I could probably just buy one online, obviously, but I don't know where I would get one. I don't know how I would verify that it's actually going to work, but it would also probably be like unreasonably complicated and labyrinthine and like Kafka-esque to actually make work with the fucking thing. So like a webcam on a fucking bendy wire or a capture card or something like that would be good, especially if it's a better quality camera than the fucking one in my computer. But considering I bought this computer literally just so that I could have a replacement for the MacBook Air that I'd been using since 2012, I wasn't looking for camera quality. Yeah, this particular song is easy enough to get a full combo on. It's easy enough to. I don't have to explain what a full combo is. It's easy enough to get a full combo on, but it's hard to get a full charming on and all charming on because of those fucking rapid fire notes in the middle and somewhat close to the end and stuff. Uh, I don't even think I have been in this song selection for a while. Nothing interesting in there. Let's see about here. The songs in this selection are like aggressively uninteresting, actually. That's really mean, but it's true. At least for me, it's true. Oh, this fucking song. This fucking song. This one was a challenge. This one was a challenge, as well as the one other one by this artist. I don't like the songs that are by this artist. I don't like the songs by this artist like in the game. They're like overwrought. They have too many key changes. Critiquing key changes in music as far as I know is kind of a cliche, but they do. They have too many key changes and they don't serve any purpose. This is in that category of songs that's like severely listenable. It's like the Marvel movie of music. That's so mean. I'm sorry, but it's not actually quite true. It's not the Marvel movie, it's the like median budget TV movie. Like not a Disney Channel original, but not a Disney Channel like original or a Hallmark movie, but like one funded by like any other station. Like decent, acted well enough, scripted unoriginally, severely watchable. I always forget about this part. I mean, I don't really have any reason to remember this part because I haven't played this song like for for completion in a long time, but like still, I do forget about that part. Thank you, Father. All right. Checking chat again. Disney Channel original movies. Key changes are bad, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, key changes being bad on principle is just wrong. That's not true. They are a cliche, though. Critiquing it as a cliche is sometimes valid, but it's kind of a cliche in itself. Kind of a tired point to make. But it's like, in this case, it really is. Like, there's so many in the song. Actually, not so much in that song, but in this song, I turned the volume down so that I can like talk without having to talk over the music. This fucking song, I cannot stand it. Like the tempo variations, heavy-handed. The key changes, heavy-handed. The vocal performance, heavy-handed. Everything, the orchestration, fuck off. Fuck off with that orchestration. I hate it so much. But like it's relevant to being able to tell what I'm doing. Why do I play with my pants so much? This was a very hard one to get 100% on. All right. Mackie boy be playing the tunes. I do. Alright, let's see. Is there a new task, or do I not know how to count how long minutes are? Five minutes. Alright. I was just in this one. I forgore. This one. This one has some interesting songs. This was the second hardest for me to get. So let's get to this fucking one. Bye. Good night. So you can see why it becomes hard. How the fuck did I get all charming through that? What the fuck? Like, I was barely paying attention. And I fucked it up there? You gotta be shitting me. Like I said, though, there's no stake in it. I'm just like bitching. Okay, this part is horrible. I hate it. I don't know why they decided to do this. I don't know why they thought it was okay. And yeah, see, it causes accidents like that, where you just tap too many fucking times because they expect you to do shit like that. Also, the uneven note placements. Even with the shitty graphical fidelity of the stream, you're probably able to notice how uneven the placement of the notes are, because there's a ton of like fermatas and tempo variances in the song. But here's the thing. It doesn't make it an easy level to play. That's the thing about that. It doesn't produce smooth experiences. Was what the song I hated? The one that I just played before this one? Yes. This one is certainly a song. I'm gonna play this like emphasizing my right thumb too much, just because I can. Sometimes I remember that there's this guy out there who plays this game one-handed. Like he has both hands, but he just chooses. He just does it for the vine. Not actually the best choice of song to overemphasize one of your digits on, considering how many like alternating sections there are. But you know, my audience of one is currently away, but some context for the people. So there's this achievement in the game that is only fully unlocked when you have played songs collectively 999 times. That counts every song that you play and get more than 60% completion on, but that's still a lot. So I consistently, for that purpose, played the easy chart of this song, because this is the shortest song that I have unlocked. It is 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Like, it got to the point that I would play it on mute and, like, barely even, like, I wouldn't even, like, lean over to look at the screen. I would just keep my spine straight and just look down by inkling my eyeballs, like, without my head looking down. I got the achievement. I also play this particular song just for, like, tasks that I don't want to take too long to do, because, like, I don't actually have any stake in doing songs very well, because I've completed the story to the point that it currently exists. I've gotten 100% on that. There's no more for me to do yet. So, like, tasks that involve play this song, play that song, blah, blah, blah. If I can choose what song I'm playing within XYZ constraint, I always choose this one as one, or if it's just one, then I choose this one. And if it's multiple, then I choose this one as one of them, because it's like, I might as well make efficient use of my time. This is another song that isn't even in the severely listenable category. It's just boring. It's just a really boring song. The original version, this is a piano arrangement of it. The original version had this really badly rendered Vocaloid singing lyrics that were not well written. So I prefer this version. It's boring instead of bad. But yeah. Is there any plot to this game? Like, there are good songs with Vocaloids. The original of this is just not one of them. It just is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hoshizora Project. It's not. You didn't make a good song. There is a plot. This particular game's plot I'm not fond of, because it's a very lazy metaphor for evangelical Christianity, and I am not a fan of that. I'm only invested in it to the point that it will help, that knowing what's going on will help me with gameplay, which is not much, to be honest. I also like paying attention to even plots I don't like so that I can like pick them apart. I mean, not in a media critic sense, but in a mean-spirited little cunt who likes to make jokes sense. Anyways, for the purpose of a task, I'm playing this song again, and I'm not going to play stupidly, even though for like realistically, I don't have to play smartly. I don't. I could play really badly and still get the achievement, because like for me, really badly is decent from the perspective of a starting player, because I have played this game for a long time. Well, not this game. This is Demo 2 and it only recently came out, but I played Demo for a fucking while. Demo 1 also had a plot, which in my opinion was more interesting. It may not have been better written. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a media critic. I don't have a degree in this shit, and I didn't really ever consume the story when I was very media literate. I was a kid. I was a kid, like full stop. But it was more investing to me. But yeah, they do have stories, basically. The stories take place between the songs. This game is enhanced by the fact that there's a physical area. Well, there actually was a physical setting in the first game as well. It's just that in this game, instead of just being 2D sprites that the game places throughout the settings, your character has a 3D model. Every character has a 3D model. Everything is rendered, and you can like explore through the scenes in more detail. Too bad the plot sucks. Too bad the plot sucks. Rip plot. So I suppose I can just go into some of the details about this game now that I'm not doing much in it. So, songs are songs. Blah, blah, blah. What I'm doing right now is there's more songs in the game than I have unlocked. Some of them are basically just available through in-app purchases. I don't want to give them money, though. And not because I have a vendetta against the plot of the story. I would, if it was like propaganda, but it's not. It doesn't appear to be propaganda, at least not yet. I just don't like giving corporations money, basically, so I'm not going to do that. So, in order to get new music, you either have to spend money, or you have to do in-game things. Now, you don't actually spend dollars on the songs. You spend crystals on the songs, which crystals are, of course, an in-game currency. You can buy crystals with money. However, you don't have to. You can earn them, albeit slowly, through regular in-game things that basically amount to like completion that I would already be doing. So that's through tasks, which refresh once every 10 hours, and events, which refresh once every 24 hours. Events I've already done, so I have nothing to do there. And there's also achievements, which are much slower to unlock. There's no like manual save function in this game, so I have to just do stupid shit until the game auto-saves. Anyways, I'm going to go back to Terraria, but I'm going to keep talking about Demo because there's more information immediately to give. Achievements involve many things. Some of them are contingent on me having to unlock more songs because they involve do X on X different number of songs, so that's kind of recursive. Some of them involve getting collectibles, which requires a different in-game currency that you can also buy with dollars, but that you earn a little bit faster, and that, of course, you can earn that through not money as well. Yeah, I just had all the sound muted in Terraria before. But anyways, yeah, the achievements have various requirements, and currently I'm just doing like completion grinding. So that's the situation. All right, let's do some bullshit. That's not what I'm gonna do. Okay, zoomed all the way out. One thing that I think it's hard to not appreciate about Terraria is the soundtrack. The early game songs are like mediocre. The late game songs though are fucking great. So yeah, starting this event over again. I honestly just do the pillars in a random order. I just do it in whatever order my whims suit. One thing that I am thankful for is that if you die during any part of the lunar events, your progress doesn't reset, and you can in fact leave the world and rejoin, and your progress will still be there to different extents. There are some like qualifiers there. There are some technicalities, but like overall, it's a pretty like accumulative process, and your progress isn't exactly going to go away. One moment. There's one song in Terraria that is often used in memes, and the song is just funny to me at this point. That would be the Overworld Day original theme. There's a different one that sometimes plays at random, but yeah, that's what that song is. It used to be the title screen music, though eventually a specific title screen song just for the title screen was written. Yeah. I have killed the Stardust Pillar's shield. I'm now just going to fucking swing my sun fucking solar flare chain weapon at it until it is dead. So, fun fact about the sound design of this game. This first part is going to be really obvious. There are certain sound effects that play when you hurt an enemy and certain ones that play specifically when an enemy dies. Here's the weird thing. The 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 celestial pillars have like regular ass enemy hurt noises, and they don't even have a specific death noise. When they die, it's just the enemy hurt noise just over and over again, like layered over itself. One thing, yeah, I actually like specifically hope that I get a an accessory webcam for the computer so that I can do this, because I do want to do it more. I'm finding this pretty enjoyable, and I want to do more of it. And I hope that I won't. It, if for any out of all reasons, one that I'm reflecting on right now, I won't have to crane my neck to awkwardly look at the 45-degree slope of my computer to see what chat is doing. There's obviously other benefits, like I'll actually be able to get a good view of what's going on the screen for the viewer's sake, but like that one was kind of obvious. Yeah, I did a 1 minute and 30-second stream where I tried to start it on my phone with my iPad set on the floor, which would have been really shitty because I would have had to be playing this on the floor instead of with it on my lap. And it also entails, well, I tried to balance the phone on two metal rulers that were stacked on top of each other between the two halves of the iPad box that the computer is currently balanced on top of. That was not going to work. That was like guaranteed not to work, and I was aware of that. I was just like, but what if it does? What if through some cosmic act it actually does like do stuff like that? By the way, is the game audio coming through all right? I've been told that my computer's microphone picks audio up surprisingly well. So I feel like it might be doing that, but it might not. All right. One thing I think is pretty cool about this event is the background changes. I like that. Incredibly minor and mostly irrelevant, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's nice graphically, and like, yeah. This is something that I don't often reflect on. When I was in like 8th grade, I had this game on my old iPad. This is the second iPad I've owned, I got it as a gift. I didn't actually ask for it. I was just going to tough it out with my old, much shittier one, like where the app would crash pretty regularly. But like, uh, on my old iPad, I had this game, and this was long before the 1.3 equivalent update came out that introduced this event. And a ton of other shit. The 1.3 update, when it came out for PC, was major, and it was definitely a gameplay change when it came out for every other platform as well. Now I had the game, but it was pre 1.3, and it was just like the very kind of crusty mobile port. Like it had content that didn't exist in the PC version, and all of that content just felt fake. But anyways, I did so much research on everything about this event. How all of the bosses work, how all of the enemies work, how everything functions, everything. Every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. I became a living encyclopedia of parts of the game that I could not play yet. I'm gonna go get some water because I'm thirsty. One moment. Great gram fix, great gram play. It's got all you could possibly. Thank you very much, Assault Peanut. And yes, I know it's still you. How could I forget a username like that? Anyways, I'm gonna go get some water. I should probably rephrase what I was saying earlier. So, when I was doing all of this research on the 1.3 update, I had the game and I was able to play it. It's just that the particular content that I was researching was not yet available on the platform. It was only available on the PC version because this is originally a PC game. This game gets stuck in situations of trying to play like 3 songs at the same time sometimes, and it's funny because like you can hear it struggling. In case you're wondering why my screen just went almost completely black, that is not a bug. That's actually one of the enemy's attacks in the Nebula Pillar. It latches on physically to your character's head and obscures almost all of your vision except a small sphere directly around the character. They hate you? Weirdly, though, you can still see enemy health bars, and you can also see all of your stats and stuff, and your hot bar and everything, but one thing that I find hilarious is like, why are the zombie sound effects so fucking loud? Oh, by the way, Moonlord's boss music is fucking amazing, so I just wanted to say that. I actually didn't mention. So the weapon that I was talking about making from two of Moonlord's drops, as well as some other things, is called the Zenith. I actually lack one other ingredient aside from what Moonlord gives you that is required to make the Zenith. So that one will require actually exploring the physical world. Um, because it's only found in in specific places in the environment. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Oh shit. Chink nugget. Yo, what the fuck? I momentarily lost control of my of the like my hand slipped off of the movement joystick, but all of the projectiles that were attempting to shoot at me. So the projectiles specifically fired by Moonlord have very good motion tracking. They can tell where you're probably going to move next. But if you stop moving in the same way you have been, then they get confused. So I just absolutely I got lucky there. I got extremely lucky. I did not get lucky there. Very good. Are you going to go to sleep? It is going good. Sleep well. Also, I was wrong. It's 200 health. Right. I think that's all